Hey, before this video starts, tap in with my boy, Automatic Murph. Link in the description below. Go show some support. Guys, hit that like. I'm getting straight into this video. NBA 2K24 is right around the corner. It's about to come out. I'm too amped, too hyped. I'm ready. I'm just locked in, have my mind focused, and I'm ready to go crazy. Now, I'm here to show you guys a few of these NBA 2K24 guard builds. Will they be OP? Will they be good? Or will they be duds? Now, my take is that they will be good, but within certain aspects. If you have the guards who just dribble around and shoot, he has the stats right here. Now let's break it down. 99 stamina. First, the 99 stamina gives you the ability to get the handles for days badge. If he had more ball handling, he could have got a Hall of Fame, but it's the ability to even increase and stack on top of that badge. When you understand, when you have the highest stamina, even if you're just a shooter and you can't even dribble, it just gives you the most energy. Just look at it like that. Keep it simple so people don't get lost. And that's very important. It's like a key stat that the higher it is, it's just the better, the more energy you have. Now, when we go to his vertical, he has no vertical. Now, we have to really understand that vertical is going to play out within his layup area. We see the layup area is very weak. Very weak. A 72 is weak. It's not enough to get acrobat to have enough. You see, he even gets the giant slayer badge silver. So that shows, and you guys know 2K made a lot of patches to interior, so that shows like that area he's going to struggle. All right, we get up to acceleration at 90. We get up to the speed at 80. Right, those are good, so he can be fast around, you know, with the ball. We get to the steals at 81. Now, this is good because he has a high steal and he can make defensive plays. This is very good. Now, his perimeter defense is not good, so he has to make sure that he can get that steal. 70 is still balanced. It's a C grade. It's still balanced enough to get you to slide on the perimeter to use that 81 steal. So that's very balanced in my opinion. I feel like this is still a good build, right? I'm gonna rate these builds. Now, it just depends on your skill. He has no block, so there it is. You know, when you play against a player like this, a 6'3", when you see a lot of 6'3s, take them to the rack when you got a certain build that's a small forward. Easy buckets. Speed with ball, 83. He wants to be super fast. Ball handling, 92. Pass accuracy, 87. He wants the bailout. Okay. Free throw, 94. Three-pointer, 96. He wants that chopper. Limitless on gold. Now this build can go crazy when it comes to shooting. This is an elite build. Now, if they're just doing that, and remember, this game is a team game. It's not just one person. I'm pretty sure he's not going to take this to a 1v1 court. When he's playing on the twos, the center's setting screens for him or a lockdown, whatever it is. And I'm pretty sure he wants to play defense himself. That's why he gave 70 perimeter and 81 steal. That's a good combo. But this build is going to need the assist of a big man that can set screens so he can maneuver around. Now, driving layup and close shot. This is literally a shooting build. Run around screen, shoot. ISO 2 as well, and shoot, because the 92 ball handling. Break ankles, all that. A lot of that is their speed booster. A lot is with this build. First build, okay, I give it a B. So that's an 8 out of 10. I know players with skill are going to go crazy on a build like this if they only shoot. Now, if players play good defense and the gameplay changes to where it's like you actually need some good D, then that's when he can run into problems with this build, because then players can force him off the three-point line. He has to go inside, and the layup is a little bit. Now, we're on to the second build. He has a 6'4" right here. Let's see how he changed this one up. Now, it's a taller height. Wingspan 6'9", 175 pounds. Kind of like the same stats when you look at it across the board, but this one, the only difference is this one has driving dunk. But you see the difference once he comes to this 6'4" height. No defense, only perimeter defense is here. You have to look at this. This is a strictly offensive build, and when you know this about a player, or if you can sense this when you're playing against a player like this, you have to take the ultimate advantage. Pass the ball to somebody that can really work out on that player, and just whoever is that, you know, whoever he has to guard, you have to let that eat. They're going to use lockdown, so you always have to feed it to the player that has to guard with that 64 and make him work, make them want to help. 76 driving layup, so he has more of a layup, no close shot. That's going to really hinder a lot of players, them not putting no close shot when they try to go up for some of those layups. They're going to be getting it punched by many of players that have good block. Once you have them trapped in the paint like that and they wasn't able to use their driving dunk, it's really going to be beautiful. I love how this game is so balanced, man. PGs are back to like being nerfed in a way. Like, they can't have everything. You see how he has no defense back then in 23? He would have been able to have defense on this build. He would have, which is crazy. So he has to just stack out in all the offensive areas. He could go to elite and then that boosts his defense, but it's not going to help. It's not going to do as much as people think. It's not, you know, not really at all. Now, you see the speed, 80, acceleration, 87, strength, 51. He at least gave himself a good amount of strength. I wonder just to get physical handles. Do I see it anywhere on his chart? I don't see it anywhere. I think you have to have a little bit more strength. But he has speed and acceleration to speed away from lockdown. So that's really what they have to do when they choose to not go with the strength route on a PG. You have to learn how to be able to speed away from the locks. Most of these dribblers or players that make these builds know how to do that. So this build, I really feel like the defense is going to be a little bit different. And if these players are not really at that supreme prime elite level, dribbling, shooting, and scoring, they may make a few changes to these builds and add more defense in. I can see it already. Like the devs, that like, I don't know what they're thinking. Like, I'm not sure. There's too many new things added to this game that's towards offense and defense. So it's like I wouldn't even risk it. So this one gets a 6. At least the other one had a steal. That's a complete liability on defense right there. Let's see what this one is. This is the third build we are at. This is a 6'3" height. Whoa, what happened? Okay, 6'3" height, 96, 75 pass accuracy, 95 ball handling, so he's trying to get higher handles for days, 99 stamina, 93 acceleration, no defense again, a little bit more perimeter. So he at least said, let me give myself a little bit more perimeter. I don't know why a lot of these players with these PGs just don't go down in some of the acceleration and the speed on the builds. Like, why have so much speed if you know, if they say, okay, speed's only tied into defense? I guess he wants it for that perimeter D, I guess, and to be able to catch up. It makes sense. But they're thinking it's going to be the same game this year. There's so much bulldozer badges or just badges, contact badges, strength matters. You're not going to be running in front of somebody and thinking you're going to stop them on this type of PG with no block. So it's like, why not just go down a little bit in the speed, acceleration? You can go higher in a little bit other areas. You're still going to be fast because you got 95 ball handling. But I don't know. Players not into the shift. They're really into the super fast speed. No vertical again. I wonder how vertical is really going to play out with the layup this year. I think it's going to play out a little bit like you don't have high vertical. You're not jumping too high. So that could kind of hinder you as well too. All right. That build, literally, I'm not a fan of the defense, no defense builds, and I feel like people are going to be contesting and stuff. You're really going to have to really be a real good dribbler, like really like a movie scene to have that not be a factor, because you could just score crazy on offense like it's nothing. So this build again, I'll give this one a 6 too. I only give it a 6 because I just know the other percentages of it potentially happening. I mean, being a fire build is if the player can play good on it, but for like somebody to make, nah, I don't know. No defense is scary. Now we're gonna come up to the 99 3-point build. Now with the 99 3-point build, I've been watching everybody make this 99 3-point build, and everybody is doing it the way where it's like, yo, why so high in the ball handling? It's like they feel like they can't maneuver with a 90, even like an 88, an 85. You're going to be able to at least put some more defense. You could put some more steal. You could drop down 3 points in that speed, be at an 80. could drop some of that pass accuracy, drop it to 75. You could get a way better build, put some more to the finishing. It's like nobody cares about close shot. I'm really seeing a lot of elite players just because everybody plays a certain way. But I feel like that's going to change up this year. They're going to feel like they need certain stuff, or they're going to realize, or just the play styles just going to change up so differently. I can see it now. The 99 3-point build. This one, like I said, once again, I can't give it a high rating because it doesn't have defense. Defense is important because if he can't go crazy with the 99 3 ball, if players are just guarding him or just paying attention, because they're going to be able to notice based off of how you shoot and based off of what you show them. If you shoot crazy, it's like, oh snap, he just shot from real deep, he must got that 99. And then there's even stat charts that show this year, so players are going to play you for what they can see. And when you get matched up with them and they can see your little stat chart this year, it's like players going to be on that. If they realize, okay, he's not really good in the finishing area, hold on, I ain't playing him for that. Like, it's gonna be certain things they gonna give up, and then they could play you late, chase you down in the paint. Like, it's certain things, like, it's gonna be strategies this year. This one, a 6 again. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, nothing's changing too much. The 99s and stuff is not phasing me because I know it's still a skill game, and you have to double add. You have to still. Okay, that was it. So that's the top 5. You have to still be able. Okay, here's the last one. Here's the last one. So top 5 builds. Okay, I'm gonna do top 5. Yeah, 50, 74, 82, 94. This one's a little bit better balanced. This one at least gets a solid. Okay, 95 acceleration. This at least gets a solid 7 because he at least has a little bit perimeter. 52 and 60 still. That's not really going to do anything when he goes up against players which is higher, a little bit higher ball handling. Like 80 ball handling and 85 is going to be struggles for this type of build. He can still play that crazy defense. This is a 6-1. He can still slide in front of you and do something with his body. These builds are really just mainly offense only. If you're really elite offensive player and you can have lockdowns with you, this is what most of these players are going to do. Have a pair lock, play the defense on the hard player, and they're going to just play the kind of passive defense where they just play the weaker player, you know. But the goal is to, you know, you got to attack these players when they come out with this stuff. This one is a I'll give it a 7 just because he got a little bit defense there. But I know these builds really truly they can be a 9, a 10 for him, because if they play meta play style, run double lock, hey, all they gotta do is worry about offense. Just play a little bit of baby defense. You go get some help. The lock just play help D. Y'all know how it goes. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Top 5 best PG builds. I would say, yeah, this is how the PG is gonna look. Me personally, I would make a way more balanced one, but I think even still people will be like, it's not meta. But the way I'm gonna play with it, I'm gonna show people, you know, I gotta show people. But not looking too bad, not looking too bad. Definitely usable builds. Y'all hit that like, subscribe. I'll see y'all in the next one.